Oh, my dear P6 learners, welcome back to lesson 6 of this online teaching. My name is Mr. Mugisha Emmanuel. I'm going to take you through mathematics, but before I introduce today's lesson, I want to make a quick review of what we looked at the other time. The other time I taught you how to increase, how to decrease given quantities in ratios. And I want us to answer this question so that we can remind ourselves of what we did. So we are decreasing 75 kilograms in the ratio of 1 to 3. I told you when we talk about decrease, it means you are going to make your number smaller. So the numerator has to be smaller. So it is smaller number out of the bigger number, which is 3, then times the given quantity, which is 75 kilograms. Okay? Then you go ahead and reduce. Divide by 3, we are getting 1. 7 divided by 3, we get a 2. What is the remainder? The remainder is 1. So we put it here to support 5. Then it becomes 15. 15 divided by 3, we are getting a 5. So we shall have 1 times 25, and this one is in kilograms, and we shall get 25 kilograms. This is basically what we looked at in our previous lesson. I hope you did the activity so well. In your book, in the Kampala Quality Cursive handwriting. So that's what we basically looked at. So in our today's lesson, we are going to find the ratio of decrease or increase. Okay? I am going to give you the number which was increased or decreased to get a new number, and I will ask you to find the original number, the ratio which was used to increase or decrease a certain number. And in our example number 1, the number of pupils in a class decreased from 40 to 30. I think you can see that increase, that decrease. It was originally 40, now it is 30. So the number decreased. So I'm asking you, in what ratio did the number decrease? In what ratio did the number decrease? Okay? We are looking for the ratio of decrease. So how do we get the ratio of decrease? You are supposed to read the question and understand. What was the original number? What was the original number? We can see that the original number was 40. The number has now reduced to what? 30. So 40 becomes the original number and 30 becomes the new number after decrease. So for that case, we shall get the new number. The new number after decrease. Then we divide it by the old number, or which we can call the original number, and reduce that fraction. So originally we had 40 children. The number has reduced to 30. So 30 becomes our new number after decrease. Out of the original number before decrease, which was 40, then we reduce. This 0 will go with that. I remain with 3 out of 4. Can this fraction be further reduced? We don't have common factors here. So how do we write 3 out of 4 in ratio form? You still remember that? Yes. So 3 out of 4 is going to give us 3, 2, 4. So it means the number in which the number of kids reduced is 3 to 4. Let's look at another example. Mr. Mukasa's salary was increased from 100,000 to 150,000. So the question is, find the ratio in which his salary was increased. Mr. Mukasa's salary was increased from 100,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings. Find the ratio in which his salary was increased. So I have told you that what you need to know is the new number, the new salary in this case. Then you divide it by the old salary. We are talking about increase. So what was his new salary after increase? What was his new salary after increase? We have seen that he was originally getting 100,000 shillings. And they have now increased it to 150,000 shillings. So 150,000 shillings is the current salary, which is the new salary now. So he's getting 150,000, 150,000. We divide it by his old salary, which he was getting before increase. And that was 100,000. Then you reduce. This 0 will go with that. This one will go with this. This one will go with that. This one will go with this. Even shillings divided by shillings, they will cancel off. So I have remained with 15 out of 10. Okay? A ratio should be in its simplest form. So do we have any common factor which can reduce 15 and 10? Yes. Which number is that? 5. So we can reduce this fraction by 5. So when we reduce by 5, we get 3. When we reduce by 5, we get a 2. So what are we getting? We are getting 3 out of 2. Can this fraction be further reduced? No. So the fraction is going, the ratio is going to be 3 to 2. So it means Mr. Mukasa's salary was increased in the ratio of 3 to 2. Mr. Mukasa's salary was increased in the ratio of 3 to 2. Now, a point to note. When we talk about increase, the first figure should always be bigger than the second figure. When we talk about decrease, the first figure should be smaller than the second figure, just the way you see this. We are talking about decrease, the first figure is smaller. We are talking about increase, the first figure is bigger. Can we have a look at another example? The number of pupils in a certain school reduced from 800 pupils to 700 pupils. In which ratio? Did the number reduce? In In which ratio did the number reduce? The number of pupils in a certain school, which I don't know, reduced from 800 pupils to 700 pupils. In which ratio did the number reduce? Okay? So we are going to get the current number, which I'm calling the new number. We divide it by the odd number before the number reduced. Which one is the current number after the number has reduced? The current number is going to be 700 pupils. Okay? Decrease, which is the same as reducing, is 700 pupils divided by the original number before decrease, which was 800 pupils. Okay? So pupils will cancel. We don't have units. This 0 will go with this. This one will go with that. We shall remain with 7 out of 8. Do we have a common divisor? Here we don't have. Therefore, the ratio of decrease is going to be 7 to 8. The ratio of decrease is going to be 7 to 8. And I have emphasized that when we talk about decrease, the first figure should be smaller. When we talk about increase, the first figure should be bigger. Let's have one more example. One more example. Whereby a man's salary was raised. These are words which can be used in application. Raised from $200,000 to $210,000. And I'm asking, in which ratio? Did the man's salary increase? In which ratio did the man's salary increase? In which ratio did the man's salary increase? So a man's salary was raised. When I say raised, what does it mean? It was increased from 200,000 to 210,000. In which ratio did the man's salary increase? So in this case, we are going to identify his new salary. Then we divide it by his old salary. When you look at this, which one is his new salary? Is it 200,000? 210. Which one is his current salary? His current salary is 210,000 shillings. So we shall have 210,000 shillings. Then we divide it by his old salary. Previously, he was getting 200,000 before his salary was increased. So we shall cancel this and this, this and this, this and this, this and that. Even shillings will cancel. So what are we remaining with? 21 out of 20. Do we have any number which can reduce 21 and 20? We don't have a common factor there. Therefore, the ratio is going to be 21 to 20. 21 to 20. The ratio is going to be 21 to 20. But in mathematics, as you know, the teacher teaches you this way, then when he's setting, he brings questions the other way around. I want now to twist my last example a little bit, and I see whether you will be able to interpret and answer. So in my example 5, I'm saying, Peter had 12 books. Peter had 12 books. If he was given 3 more books, in which ratio? In which ratio? Has the number of books increased? Peter had 12 books. If he was given 3 more books, in which ratio has the number of books increased? I've told you we are supposed to get, we are talking about books. New number of books out of old number of books. Now somebody is going to say 3 out of 12. But he had 12 books. He has been given 3 more books. How many books does he have now? So we need to get the new number of books. The new number of books, he had 12. We have added him 3. So how many books does he have? He has 15 books. Which one is the old number of books he had? It is 12. Therefore, we are saying new number of books out of old number of books. Then we reduce in that fraction. New number of books, he has now 15 books. But before he was given 3 more books, he had 12 books. Then you reduce. Books and books will cancel. I remain with 15 out of 12. Can that fraction be reduced to the lowest term? Yes. Which number can reduce? We have 3. So 15 divided by 3, we get 5. 12 divided by 3, we are getting 4. So we are getting 5 out of 4. But the question is, in which ratio? How do we write 5 out of 4 in ratio 4? It is going to be 5 to 4. So it means the number of books was increased in the ratio of 5 to 4. I want to thank you so much for being good learners. Mathematics is all about practice. I've given you 5 examples. I'm going to give you an activity of about 8 numbers or 7 numbers, but those numbers are not enough. You need to get textbooks. Practice as many as you can. If you practice very many numbers, it is when you will improve on your mathematics. Bye-bye.